Happy New Year, Jets fans. We already have breaking news to talk about with the team, starting with the information that they released regarding the training camp roster. It's nothing really we shouldn't have expected, just the normal names out there that we would expect from the prospects, the regularly consistent lineup guys, but there are a few names that are new to the list that are guys on PTOs. The big name is Trevor Lewis, two-time Stanley Cup champion with the Los Angeles Kings. There are two other players that they signed, goaltending prospect Cole Kehler and defenseman Jimmy Oligny. Excuse me if I said that wrong. Jimmy Oligny has played a few seasons with the Moose now in the AHL, 32 games in 2018-19, 53 games in the last season. A decent depth guy for the AHL. That's all he is, just another guy for the taxi squad, someone that's already familiar with the system, familiar with the club, and that's basically all the reason why he's got a signing opportunity right now. So yeah, nothing too big there to talk about. And again, with Cole Kehler, the goaltending prospect, hasn't really done anything in his career. He's never made the NHL. The highest level of play he's had is the AHL, and that is just one game played. And that game was, he didn't even get a decision. I think he came in as a sub. Yeah, he played 8 minutes in that game. So overall, not a big, experienced really goaltender there. I would even expect Burden to be our third string, even compared to this guy. So I think he's just there for defense goaltending depth, which makes a lot of sense because Comrie is pretty trash, and we know that. So looking at that, there's not a big surprise. But what I want to do is focus on Trevor Lewis, because that is the one guy looking at those three players on the PTOs that I think could make an actual difference in the lineup, not consistently, but on a certain game basis, depending on the matchup, and could bring a lot of energy, defensive depth, and just overall good experience to have in a bottom six. Like I said at the start of the video, he is a two-time Stanley Cup champion with the Los Angeles Kings, and overall isn't a really bad depth guy to have for your fourth line. Compared to other guys the Jets assigned in the past, I definitely prefer Trevor Lewis compared to guys like Marco Testu, Gabriel Bourque, and even Nick Shore. So I think this is a better signing than those three guys compared to last year. I think Trevor Lewis could be a beneficial part of the lineup, even with the fact that a lot of fans of the Jets are more in favor of pushing young prospects into that bottom line, as I am. I'm a big fan of Jack Roslovic. I like Mason Appleton's development. I think Christian Vesalainen is going to be pushing for a roster spot this year. There are a lot of different situations, obviously, that could look like with that bottom six and players fighting for it. But Trevor Lewis brings a lot of experience. In those last three seasons, starting from 2017-18 to 2019-20 seasons, respectively in 2017-18, in 68 games played, 14 goals, 12 assists for 26 points. And then year after that, 44 games played, 3 goals, 9 assists for 12 points. The year after that, in 2019-20, 56 games played, 6 goals, 6 assists, 12 points. So overall, a guy who does bring some level of offense to a bottom pairing. You're not going to get a guy that's putting up massive numbers, but if Trevor Lewis can be a guy that can put up 20 points for you in the bottom six, playing a defensive role, playing physical minutes, hitting, going into the corners, fighting good, playing on the power penalty kill, I think that could be a beneficial to the Jets. When you look at the Jets last year, they really lacked any sense of physicality. They lost that buff factor when he didn't come back and play and retired. They need that, and in my opinion, they have guys like that. I think that Nate Thompson is going to bring a lot of that energy to that bottom six role, and that is another reason why I think that a guy like Trevor Lewis would be more of a press box guy for certain gritty type of games. I also think that Derek Forba on the blue line is going to bring a lot more tenacity, a lot more physicality to that blue line, which was very, very soft last year. I think pairing him, like I've said in the past, with Neil Pionk is going to help Neil Pionk's game and also just help the defense in general, because of the fact that he's going to be more of a stay-at-home physical defenseman while Pionk can play the point and do what he does best. So overall, when I look at this signing, although a lot of people might be like, oh, another depth guy, whatever, again, all this is depth. And in the NHL, you can't have too much depth. It's a good signing for depth on defense. He's got a little bit of offensive upside, as we've seen in the last 3 seasons. He is 33 years old, but again, there's nothing wrong with having experienced leaders on your team to play in that bottom six role occasionally, as long as he's not starting every night, playing consistently, balancing out the minutes with some younger rookies that could fill that role as well. I think it's another great signing by the Jets. I think it could look very good for us. Again, it all really depends on the style of play, and if he gets too much minutes, how Maurice likes him and whatnot. We've seen these type of situations happen in the past. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens with this one. But again, let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. Do you think this is a good signing for the Winnipeg Jets? Do you think that it's going to impact the development of younger players in that bottom six role, or would you rather see, a more experienced guy like Lewis come in and help shore up that bottom six a little bit with some experience? Let me know all your thoughts down in that comment section below. If you're a fan of hockey, regardless of what team you root for, definitely consider dropping a subscription on this channel, as we are approaching 500 subscribers, and I do appreciate all the support you guys give me on this channel. Peace, love, and positivity, guys. I will see you in the next video. Go Jets, go. Bye-bye.